like to welcome everybody to the grand opening of our Lakeland Police Department training facility. The current facility we have has been utilized for the past 30 years or so here at the Lakeland Police Department, but we're looking for this building to be something that will last us for 30 more years and then some. I'd like to take a moment and introduce some important guests that we have with us here today. Our City Manager, Mr. Doug Thomas. Our Deputy City Manager, Mr. Tony Delgado. Our Assistant City Manager, Brad Johnson. Our Commissioners, we have two Commissioners with us here today, Howard Wiggs and Don Selvage. In addition, I'd like to thank the many department heads that I look around and see with us here today. We really appreciate you coming here and joining us in what is going to be a memorable occasion for us. If you would, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to introduce to you one of our police chaplains, Lee Lallens.
Let us pray. God of many names, we assemble today as officers and friends of the Lakeland Police Department. We thank you for the good influences the department has brought into the lives of people and the communities of our city, and for the contribution it's made in establishing higher ideals of service and living among all our citizens. We ask your presence with us as we set aside a few moments to dedicate this building to serve our community. Our prayer is that the common bond of peace and compassion will be present in this building. May this building be a place where knowledge and learning take place and wisdom is shared so that others might grow for the betterment of our city. We thank you for all who have had a part in the planning and building of this learning center and pray that it will always be used for the good of our officers and those who enter its doors. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. I would now like to introduce to you our Police Chief, Lisa Womack.
Well, good afternoon. Happy Friday. I'm wondering how many of you are thinking if we get this over and done with, we can all leave early. Well, I thank each and every one of you for being here, all of the folks that came out to support this and to see the new training center. When I first got here 2 years ago, one of the things that I was briefed on was, hey, guess what? We're supposed to get a new training center. I said, when are we supposed to get a new training center? And they said several years ago. I said, well, that's something we have to work on. New chiefs like new buildings. So I would like to thank, one, I'll start with the city manager for the support and the monetary support to move forward with this project. This is a state-of-the-art facility for us, folks. We're going to be doing tours after we do some of the demonstrations so you can see exactly what it is that we are going to have now. State-of-the-art training center creates state-of-the-art training programs for officers. I was just asked, what does a new training center, what does good training mean to the community? What it means, well-trained officers is absolutely what the community should demand. And so we appreciate everything that we have. We appreciate the fact that we are going to be able to expand and improve upon our training capabilities. We have several permanent classrooms, several facilities that we're going to be able to utilize that will allow us to not only train our own officers but to host agencies from around the area. Good interaction with other agencies is also to the betterment of our department. So we appreciate that. I would like to take the opportunity to recognize and thank the staff members that has essentially given birth to this building. And that is Captain Vic White is the project manager and Mr. Keith Bennett. His hard work and hair pulling and begging and cajoling and everything else is the reason that this project is as successful as it is. So if everybody give Keith a round of applause, I'd appreciate it. You're going to hear about the people, the people that partnered with us, the companies that partnered with us with this building, to tell you about the specifics of it and a little bit of details. And then we're going to give you a demonstration on how we utilize this whole training complex. Here at the training complex, not just do we have the training building. For those of you that are not aware, this is our entire training complex. We have 3 gun ranges. We have our K-9 training center recently dedicated to Ron Bowling Sr. So the Ron Bowling Sr. Training canine training facility, as well as our SWAT training area and our physical agility courses. So we're gonna give you a little demonstration on how we use the various aspects of our training complex. But before we get to that, I would like to invite Mr. Thomas to the mic.
Thank you, Chief. And I would also extend my appreciation for all of you that are here today to help commemorate and dedicate this facility to fine men and women of the Lakeland Police Department. Just as a little bit of a background, the Chief spoke about the need for training, and we value the training that all of our personnel do, but obviously today we're here to recognize those in the Lakeland Police Department. And as the Chief indicated, it's really the benchmark of what we hope to stand for as a well-trained, well-executed department. And we are very pleased to be here speaking on behalf of the City Administration. I know also on behalf of the Mayor and City Commission, and Commissioner Philip Walker was able to join us here, so welcome as well. And I would also like to add that Mayor Fields contacted me on the way out. He had hoped to be out here and unfortunately had something that came up, and he called and asked us to please extend his congratulations to the department as well. As the Chief mentioned, this has been something that's been in our budgets for a while. What you see before you and under you and around you is about an $800,000 project as an addition. It was financed largely through impact fees that have been waiting for this particular project and the timing and the issues to all come into play to be able to come about. And it really represents a partnership. It represented significant challenges, not only in terms of the financing, but in terms of the design, the element, and as you'll later hear, even down to the points of restrooms and how we were going to be able to accomplish that. As you can see, we're kind of out here in the middle of the power plant islands area, and there's not a lot of infrastructure around us, so we had to build that into the equation as well. But it really did represent an outstanding partnership of not only the Lakeland Police Department, our facilities manager, Richard Baker, is over here standing, trying to hide away from everyone there. Richard runs our facilities division within Public Works and is charged with basically the day-to-day project administration to ensure this project works well. And then above and beyond that, our private sector partner, Sam Sheets, is the architect who will be up here shortly, as well as Miller Construction, who were the fine contractors who actually built this facility. So we really appreciate your attendance. We are dedicating this today, and we really are looking forward to having the opportunity to showcase it. And one other point that I would add is this facility has been designed primarily for our operation, but it was sized in the manner such that we could reach out to our partners and other law enforcement and public safety departments in the area, so that they too can have the benefit, and you as taxpayers be able to see the best value for your buck there going forward. So my congratulations to the department as well as both the project team internally and externally, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce Sam Sheets, who is the architectural team that designed this facility. So, Sam?
Hello. It's my honor and pleasure, and it's been a great pleasure to work with the City of Lakeland on this project. I just wanted to express my gratitude and my thoughts that I think between Doug Thomas and the City Commission and everyone down that we have the best run city anywhere, bar none. So I'm very pleased to live here, and I think we all should be appreciative of that. Underneath that umbrella, the Facilities Department and Richard Baker have perhaps the most difficult job in the city, and that's to oversee all of the facilities and maintain them, as well as oversee the many projects under construction. And so I know from a day-to-day standpoint that when his phone rings and emails go off, the number of headaches that may occur that day are numerous, and that it's been a pleasure to work with Richard and his professionalism, and he does quite a bit for this city, so I appreciate that. Also within the city, I'm very impressed with our new chief, I still say new chief, Chief Womack, with what she brings to our city, and one of which was when at her arrival here, as she mentioned, was sort of midstream in this project that was started long ago. And it immediately and decisively gave a lot of support to this project that helped make this project finish in a very improved and a way that can be utilized fully by the police department right away. So I'm very appreciative of Chief Womack in that help. Miller Construction, it's also a pleasure to work with Corey and Miller Construction, and I think that they're one of the most professional construction firms in the area. And if you haven't heard of this firm before now, I'm sure you will in the future, as they do an excellent job as they did with this job as well. Some about the process. Now, my involvement started in '09. Now, it went further for others, but we went into a few snags, so that's why I'll tell you why it's been so long. I'll try to make it short. How it got so long to this date right now. And that is, there's a little bit of complexity with the property ownership, and you mix that with the sort of area of the county that we're out here, where it's a little bit uncharted in terms of analyzing rainfall. You put that in SwiftMud's department, and then 2 years goes by, and then you kind of get to start all over again. So we kind of went through that as part of the reason that took this this great delay. About the building, there's 6,000 square feet here. That's to replace this antiquated building, but also provide for additional classrooms, and so it's somewhat expanded for the future growth of this facility. It's also envisioned to entertain visiting agencies from elsewhere to learn inside this facility. And so within the 6,000 square feet, there are 3 large classrooms that are each 1,000 square feet. With 10-foot ceilings and 12-foot ceiling in 2 of the classrooms, which are to be utilized for hand-to-hand combat with mats on the floor and things like that. So it has a multi-purpose function in the building. Then there's an office area that kind of manages the property, the locker room facilities, and a break room. And this came in under part of the assignment here was to build something that was very efficient and very durable, and we think we accomplished that, and it finished out finally at $116 per square foot. Now, one of the things I like most about this building is the insulation aspect of it. It's a metal building, but inside there is a state-of-the-art insulation system that's unlike pretty much any other metal building, that has probably twice the minimum required R value throughout the envelope. So the energy efficiency savings will be great on this building, and the building is zoned for a variety of types of uses and areas of the building that may be in use or not, so that energy is saved while those spaces are not being utilized, even down to just the office building. Just the office area itself can be air conditioned all by itself. So I think there's a lot going on with this building. I hope you enjoy the tour later on, and thank you very much. Corey? This is Corey Miller with Miller Construction.
Well, thank you very much, and it's certainly our honor to have built the building, and I think Sam's given a great description, stole half of what I was going to say. So, but I really just want to thank the city, one, for keeping the business local. I tell you, as a local general contractor, it's great that you see that the dollars that the city is spending are coming back into our community, and I want to commend them for that. And I tell you, the facility department at the city of Lakeland is a pleasure to work with. They're as professional as any of I've worked with. And I tell you, we have a lot to be proud for here with the Lakeland Police Department. These guys train unbelievably hard. It makes me, as a homegrown Lakeland resident, just very thankful to have such a well-trained department here who's protecting my family. And I'm very excited about our new chief. I'm glad she's been very welcomed here in our community, and very thankful that our community can afford such a wonderful place for our officers to train. And certainly just wanted to thank them for all their hard work and their dedication and the sacrifices they've made. So thank y'all very much.
Now we're going to take an opportunity to see just what it is we do out here. I would ask that Sergeant Ty Thompson join us up front for a demonstration. Well, I'd also like to welcome Commissioner Trawler. I saw him just pull up as well. Welcome, sir.
Sergeant McNabb's going to get the speaker and he's going to move it down for us. If I could ever have everybody move back underneath the big oak tree, stay on this half of the pavement on this side. And as we get in place, I'll have a few comments for you. Lakeland has built a good reputation for having a well-trained department and also having a well-trained canine unit. So without any further ado, I give you Lakeland Police Department's champion canine unit. I think what I see here is a bad guy attempting to elude we got gunfire now, attempting to elude 2 of our canine handlers. We'll be debuting our newest canine member, Canine Bain and Officer Chad Whitaker. And the bad guy without saying would be Deputy Brett Herberbrock from the Polk County Sheriff's Office. All the officers chipped in to make this possible today. The dog was deployed into the back of the truck to apprehend a suspect that was there. Another suspect exited the passenger side of the vehicle. And Bane, our puppy dog there, did a fine job. How about a round of applause for him? I'll turn it back over to Captain White or Sergeant McNabb or whoever here for the ribbon cutting.
That was cute.
Y'all want to come up? Still missing Tony. Now we ask that you join us inside. We'll give you a tour, and we have some refreshments in as well. Come on in.